So welcome to today. I didn't really want to record this video today, but I'm doing it anyway for the sake of consistency and the fact that I said that I will. And in this video, I'll talk more about anger. I was already started to talk about it, and in the previous video, I mentioned how sometimes meditation can be used as an avoidance mechanism. And with awareness, you will discover that. And sometimes it prevents you from doing things. And sometimes action is needed. Like, I don't know how, maybe besides meditation or beyond meditation. So yesterday, I already started to feel more anger. And I don't know, for some people, maybe it looks like, oh, you're meditating and angry. Maybe to some people it doesn't make sense. But I mentioned that the more you become aware of things, you become aware of everything. So if there's anger, you become aware of that. And yesterday, for the sake of doing, I actually went to the gym and work on the like a bit of punching bags. There was some Muay Thai lesson going on with somebody else. Kind of pissed me off because he was hitting those bags pretty hard. So I wanted to, like, hit harder. I brought with a lot of anger and became aware of a few things there. But more broadly, I want to speak about anger because I'm becoming aware, and I'll have to say this before I said what I'm becoming aware of. That there's one thing when you think or when you know in your mind, and one thing when you know experientially. It's a huge difference. Well, I knew that before with my mind and also experientially, but I rediscovered it again now in the last days. That knowing it in your own way, you really understanding it. Maybe that's a better term, but I hope you know what I mean. When you really embody the knowledge, the understanding, you'll see also your behavior will change. You're not going to just say like, yeah, I know, yeah. For instance, exercise is good, yeah, I know. No, you'll actually know it to the extent that like you'll be doing it, like that kind of knowing. Maybe I'll find a better term. I think for now we call it experiential knowing. That's what it's called. So anyway, with this anger, I'm becoming more aware how well, especially for men it is quite accepted, but for women I've seen that they don't accept it so much because it's considered like masculine. And also there are different types of anger. There's a distinction between aggression, anger. There's many like parameters here, but I don't want to go too much into it. I think this is sufficient for now. That the anger is considered as bad. Well, I'll just state this at this point that it's actually really good. It's actually why is it good? And basically, it's good because, well, it's an energy. We don't judge the expressions of energy, and it helps us do things. A lot of times when you either in pain or sometimes if you're like depressed, you'll want to be doing, but when you do want, usually something angers you, and that pushes you into it. So it's a great tool for doing, and you will want to, when you're creating some change in your life, it starts with different thinking, different feeling, and then different actions. And anger is a lot of times motivator to get you moving, and it's very good for this reason. The second thing that is good for is also for asserting boundaries, for defending. So for instance, if somebody pushes your boundaries too much or disrespects you, you're gonna assert. Of course, there are unhealthy expressions of anger when you maybe sometimes you just want to punch. That's okay too. But the more you become aware, the more you become aware as well of a lot of situations where the other one is also in pain, and you'll see it and you'll address that. So the unnecessary fighting and aggression kind of dissipates. But nevertheless, even asserting boundaries, you will say like, no, I don't want to go out today, or no, I'd rather spend time with myself. It's very important to have boundaries, not in this like, oh, you are there, no, but just more bit to connected to what you really want and need, and asserting it. Anger energy is in that sort of these boundaries. So these two are so crucial things in the world to have, to be able to take action, to motivate yourself to do action, and to assert boundaries. So early on, I mentioned about the women, they don't, it's more easier to accept for them, oh, I'm not angry, I'm not supposed to. But they're part of the same thing, so the same species. So it's, even though men, women, there are differences, there are also similarities. And I've noticed, earlier I knew about that, but like I said, today experientially, I'm seeing it more, that how women, they'll want to keep away from anger, especially the aggressive expression of anger, which is normal, because in the past, imagine if you look at the centuries ago, this aggression has been used to kill people, and so there's a lot of fear connected with it. But that's the thing, that where awareness comes in. When you do a healthy expression of awareness, you can express the boundaries, so we don't have to go so far. A lot of conflicts happen, and things are already, when wars happen, it's already too late. You're supposed to see things happening earlier and have healthy expressions of it. That's why I feel like awareness is so important. When you become aware of why is this coming, what's, and asserting it early on. So anyway, the women have in the past been victims, basically, if you look at it from this perspective of this unhealthy expression of anger. And they even said that there's a whole like generation of men, me being one of them, and grown up by more women and absent fathers. So what that happens is that female will, the way they're working is different. Their power goes more in the manipulation and mind, and that can also be a healthy thing and also unhealthy, also dysfunctional way. So women as mothers, they will try to raise their boys in a more sensitive way, and they will repress anything that goes towards the anger expression of it. And that's really bad, because like I said, at least two unbelievably useful or necessary things in this world that anger possesses is then cut from you, and it will create a lot of problems in development of a child. Many people have experiences. You see generations of men, I have also experienced that. And you're basically cut off from your power, because there's part of this energy, this anger energy, that is just been, you just repressed it and disconnected yourself from it, so you cannot be whole. So now that I'm meditating again, I'm becoming more aware of that, and how expressions of this can cause problems in this world, and how becoming aware of this, which I'm just doing, is the solution. So that's kind of like what I wanted to report to myself today and to you. So you can, well, you, if you're watching this, you're probably already reflecting on your own life, which is good. What's your experience with anger? How do you see it? How do you process it? How do you channel it? What do you do with it? Are you aware? This is very important. These are very important questions to ask yourself. And the more aware you become, the more you'll find healthy expressions of it. For now, this bird is pissing me off. They have this bird that keeps doing the same sound. I don't know if you can hear it. It's annoying the shit out of me. And it's so like some people here that they're laughing at me, but just like it's good. It's good. I have like I feel like I have maybe I have an unhealthy anger towards it, but also healthy one, and I'm sure it's good for some reason. Let's see what happens in the next days. I might find some communicating tools to communicate with this bird. Anyway, that's internal joke. I guess they're not people I want to tell you. But anyway, that was my point to bring this into awareness, the anger part of us. And let's see how things progress with meditation. But I must say today I didn't really want to record this. I hope it's well, sometimes you don't have to act on every feeling, and acting on what you said you will do is more important, which funny enough is a masculine feature, not to be relying only on the feeling every time, but also on what you said. Anyway, I'll leave you with that, and yeah, Saturday, so I'm gonna have myself a relaxing day. So take care.